So, Johnny, given that interest rates are almost zero in many economies, can digital assets possibly help to provide investors with income providing opportunities?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. Given the sort of fair amount of scandal and disappointed around initial coin offerings, the actual and they created a series of things, commonly called cryptos. But the underlying technology upon which ICOs relied on actually has obviously given rise to things called security token offerings, STOs, subject to full range of security regulations and the like. And now we're beginning to see companies such as Ucrowdme and financial commentators such as Blockchain Analytics beginning to talk about and promote the concept of revenue sharing tokens. And this is particularly interesting because, as the name may suggest, revenue sharing tokens, they're designed to offer investors the ability to share in the revenue that a company generates as opposed to the profit. Because the trouble is with paying a dividend is that, particularly with small to medium-sized businesses, which are by far the biggest employer in most developed markets, I think in America they account for like 90% of all companies, 30 million companies. But these small to medium-sized businesses, they don't want to make a profit and then pay tax. They reinvest any surplus cash they've got and actually looking to grow the business, or perhaps the owner manager actually takes it in terms of some sort of profit share bonus, call it what it be. So then often not very profitable, but they're growing very quickly. So what a revenue sharing token does is says, instead of worrying about the profitability, we will actually pay you a percentage of the revenue. Very, very difficult to hide the revenue. And it means that investors are now aligned with the actual managers and owners of those business. So what we're actually able to see, therefore, is the ability to get a higher level of income as opposed to perhaps just dividends. And these revenue sharing tokens can be structured so it's not necessarily dilutive, it's not issuing more equity, so it's more of akin to a bond. So I think that we're going to start seeing a lot more revenue sharing tokens, people looking at them and working out the most appropriate way for companies and investors to be aligned, because that will actually meet the needs of the SME owners, but also go some way to quenching the thirst for more income from investors against the current backdrop.